the Book of Leviticus is one of the most profound, yet often overlooked books of the Bible. Set during the Israelites' journey through the wilderness, shortly after their miraculous deliverance from Egypt, it serves as a divine manual for a people called to be holy, set apart, and devoted entirely to God. At first glance, Leviticus may seem like a series of rules, rituals, and sacrifices. Yet beneath every law, every offering, and every command lies a profound spiritual truth. God desires His people to live lives that reflect His holiness, to worship Him sincerely, and to experience His presence in every aspect of their existence. Leviticus is not merely a record of regulations. It is a story of relationship, guidance, and redemption. It teaches that holiness is not an abstract idea, but a way of life, a life that honors God, nurtures community, and points toward the ultimate redemption through Christ. The book opens with detailed instructions for offerings and sacrifices. Burnt offerings, grain offerings, peace offerings, sin offerings, and guilt offerings are described in meticulous detail. To the casual reader, they may seem like ritualistic routines, yet each sacrifice carries profound meaning. They reveal the seriousness of sin, the necessity of atonement, and God's mercy toward His people. Every offering is a lesson in approaching God with reverence, humility, and faith. They point to the ultimate sacrifice of Jesus Christ, who would reconcile humanity fully to God. Leviticus also establishes the priesthood, setting Aaron and his descendants apart to serve as mediators between God and the Israelites. The priests are tasked with teaching the people, overseeing sacrifices, and modeling holiness in their daily lives. Through their example, the Israelites learn that worship is more than an external act, flows from the heart, the mind, and the spirit. The priesthood demonstrates that holiness requires dedication, reverence, and obedience, and that living set apart is both a personal and communal responsibility. Holiness is the central theme of Leviticus. God repeatedly commands, "Be holy, for I am holy." This call is practical, affecting every aspect of life. The laws of Leviticus shape morality, justice, and social conduct. They instruct the Israelites on how to treat one another, the poor, the stranger, and the community at large. Holiness is not a distant ideal. It is lived in everyday choices, demonstrating compassion, integrity, and devotion. The book emphasizes that a life of holiness transforms individuals, families, and entire communities. Leviticus also introduces the sacred calendar and rhythms of worship. The Sabbath, the Day of Atonement, Passover, and other festivals provide structure for reflection, celebration, and spiritual renewal. These appointed times remind the Israelites of God's provision, protection, and the promise of redemption. They create a rhythm in life that aligns daily living with God's presence, helping the people to cultivate devotion, gratitude, and obedience. Throughout Leviticus, the themes of consecration, atonement, and God's holiness point forward to Jesus Christ. The sacrifices, rituals, and priestly duties all foreshadow His perfect, once-for-all atonement. Every burnt offering, purification, and act of obedience finds its ultimate fulfillment in Him, revealing God's eternal plan of redemption and love. Leviticus also emphasizes the relational aspect of God's commands. Obedience is not legalistic, it is life-giving. Following God's instructions fosters harmony, nurtures faith, and ensures His presence remains among His people. Holiness is transformative, shaping the way His people think, speak, and act, allowing them to reflect God's glory in every part of life. The book makes it clear that God is present with His people. Every law, ritual, and instruction communicates His desire to dwell among them, forming a community set apart for His glory. Leviticus teaches that worship is not limited to ceremonies. It is a lifestyle, a daily expression of devotion, reverence, and love toward God. In summary, Leviticus is far more than a list of rules. It is a roadmap to holiness, worship, and life in God's presence. It calls God's people to live differently, to reflect His character, and to participate in His divine plan. The book points forward to Christ, emphasizing the importance of obedience, faith, and devotion. It is a guide to living a life that honors God, strengthens community, and experiences His presence daily. Leviticus reminds us of one central truth: God is holy. His people are called to be holy, and through faith, obedience, and devotion, His presence can dwell among us now and forever. It is a book of guidance, divine instruction, and revelation, a living manual for walking in holiness and experiencing the fullness of life with God.